A few hours north of here, Amy and Lane run a small business that offers internet service to their community. Today, they are on the brink of bankruptcy. A bankruptcy that has nothing to do with any poor business decision they made or slump in the economy that they weren't prepared for. And Amy wrote to us and said that the day she heard the loan officer say the word bankruptcy was one of the worst in her life.
That's so embarrassing, you know, because it just feels like we're not the kind of people who go bankrupt.
Lane was diagnosed with cancer when he was 21. 17 years later, he is cancer-free, which is a wonderful thing. But the cost of health insurance for him, his wife, and his 3 kids is now over $1,000 per month. Their family's premiums keep rising hundreds of dollars every year. And as hard as they look, they simply can't find another provider that will insure them. Amy and Lane are now paying 40% of their annual income in health care premiums.
And that's just insane, because that's twice as much as it costs to buy a car. It's significantly more than it costs for a mortgage.
They can no longer afford to buy new clothes or fill up their cars with gas. They've racked up more credit card debt than they know what to do with.
I felt like, well, it's my fault. It's our fault. We're failing somehow. We're doing something wrong. And yeah, it's painful. And I think once I wrote out that story, I couldn't believe it. It was actually kind of surprising to me. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, it's not our fault. It's not our fault.
The very first promise I made on this campaign was that as president, I will sign a universal health care plan into law by the end of my first term in office. Today, I want to lay out the details of that plan, a plan that not only guarantees coverage for every American, but also brings down the cost of health care and reduces every family's premiums by as much as $2,500. In the end, coverage without cost containment will only shift burdens, not relieve them. So we will take steps to remove the waste and inefficiency from the system so we can bring down costs and improve the quality of our care while we're at it.
I feel like, and I hope that we have gotten so far gone in our crisis that it's so bad that people will finally not put up with it anymore, and that the pendulum will start to swing in the other direction. That's my hope.
You know, we're a country that looks at the thousands of stories just like Amy and Lane's, stories that we've heard and told for decades, and realize that our American story calls on us to write them a hopeful, happier ending. Never forget that we have it within our power to shape history in this country. It's not on our character to sit idly by as victims of fate or circumstance, for we're people of action and innovation, forever pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Now's the time to push those boundaries once more. We've come so far in the debate on health care in this country, but now we must finally answer the call issued by Truman, advanced by Johnson, and pushed along by the simple power of the stories like the one told by Amy here today. The time has come for affordable, universal health care in this country. And I look forward to working with all of you to meet this challenge in the weeks and months to come. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.